Alrighty, welcome back. Today I'm about to go for a drive, go pick up some parts, but we'll be working on the patrol just a little bit more, just trying to get the electrics down pat. So I'm having troubles with central locking, but that's just the fuse, and then also the power windows. But to sort the power windows out, I have to put all of the motors and plug all of the stuff back in, which I could just do and like hang it all there for now, just to like get it working and then put it all back together properly, which is probably what I'll end up doing. But the overall goal is to get the patrol, Graham, on the road comfortably, like good, happy, reliable, and like to get a lot of the stuff sorted now, make it fully legal. So I've got to do like tail lights, rear bar, heaps of stuff. On today's agenda, I am about to go to the Mighty Super Cheap. I'm going to try and find the fuse that blew for them. It's a sort of funny one. It's not the easiest fuse to find. And then I'm also got to get some double-sided tape to finish putting my weather shields on. We'll have a quick look at this fuse. Alright, so in under the engine bay here, there's this fuse box here. And it's the one that's normally in the end there, which is for the central locking, and I think it's for the power windows as well, which would be funny if it was all on one. So I pulled out another one and put it in there just to see if that was like, and it was blown, and the central locking started working again. However, all of those other ones are like really important things like engine control and ignition switch and stuff, so I won't really be able to just steal one and put it in there for now, because it's sort of the least important thing in that fuse box. But yeah, so I'm gonna get that sorted out, but they're quite a specific fuse. If you didn't see, they're not just a normal standard one, I guess. So I'm gonna have to either hunt around or see what there is, but that's what I'm gonna do now. Alrighty, been to Super Cheap, got myself some fuses and some double-sided tape. So I'll finish off the weather shields because I messed one up. So I need to get more tape because it's a one-use thing, you know. And I got my fuses. Now I know that the fuse fixes the central locking issue, but I believe that it's the same fuse that also fuses the power windows. However, to test that, I need to plug all of like the individual switches at each door back in, so that like it's a complete loop sort of thing, for it to work, I think. So I'm going to put the fuse in. I bought a couple in case it blows again, but I'll put the fuse in, and then I'm going to plug all the other stuff in and see what happens. Alrighty, so I've just plugged that fuse straight in, and straight away, like, the central locking works now, which is good. However, this one doesn't, because one of the connecting rods down there has stuffed up and I need to fix that. That's another job on the list. Alrighty, but now that I've done that, I'm going to plug all the electrics in, and hopefully my power windows start working again. However, I won't know. I need to plug a motor in to know. Oh, I'm an idiot. They probably already work. I just haven't got a motor in to test it. Probably just plug a motor in and see what happens. Let's start with that. Alrighty, so I just plugged a motor in, put the key in the ignition, turned it on to what it needed to be, to accessories or whatever. And then using that remote, try to see if this one works, because that side has never worked, so I'm not expecting it to start working, but that didn't work. So now I'm thinking I've got to plug in all the switches, so that's the next step. However, that's going to be a bit annoying because they're all attached to the door cards. Oh! That's annoying. So the central locking button works, and you can hear that corner's actuator working, but none of the rods are moving. And now we have my power windows back as well. Beautiful. Okay, now the reason the fuse blew the first time is because I've just got vice grips on my side to wind it up and down, because legally that's the only one you need to go up and down. Funnily enough, it's the only one that's not working. But I've been leaving this remote, well, I call it my winch remote, but I've been leaving this like panel sitting in the door, floating around, and all these contacts have been like just bumping up against the door, and that's why the fuse blew the first time. So I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. But now that I know that works, I can put the door cards and the motors back on those doors because I'm confident like I can put them all on, they all work. I need to fix whatever's going on in there on this side before I put that back on. And then this side, I think it's the wiring between here and where it goes to the motor, which isn't far there. Something's not working, but I think it's from the plug on because I've had 2 different ones of these and the same thing. All other 3 will work, but not that one. So I'm thinking it's this one. So the wiring from here to there must be bung, or I'm just really unlucky and I've had 2 remotes with the exact same problem. So I think it's the wiring. I'll have to check that. That's another issue on the list. And I found that one, the last switch panel was just in the back of my car because it's filthy. But I also found this road safe arm that I still need to put in as well. That's another job to add to the list. I'm gonna need a mad whiteboard and I'm gonna have to start writing everything down because, mate. Alrighty, so now the plan is I'll probably rebuild both of those doors, like just put everything back on. Problem is if I do that and put it all back on and this keeps playing up, I won't be able to manually wind those windows because I put everything back on. So once they're on, they're on. I'm not taking them off again. So I'm either gonna keep blowing fuses and keep putting new ones in there, or I mean, I won't be using it till it's fully done anyway. Like, it won't be on the road till I've done all the stuff I want to do this time around because I'm trying to make it good so that I can put the Sylvia off the road for a while. But I'm going to do that now, so watch me. So made a bit of progress, got the passenger side all back together, so that's all good, motor's all working, that clip's not staying in because my measurements must have been out when I made those door cards, and I've no clue where these handle panels have gone, so I'll have to find them. They'll be in the abyss, but I'll have to do that later. That's all good. On this side I've got to replace that speaker because it's buggered. Fix the wiring still, fix the connecting rod on that side, and then I can put all that back together, but I'm not sure when that'll all get done. That's going to be tricky, but I'll give it my best shot. And then all I'm going to do now is quickly bolt this panel on because when I was diagnosing the fuse issue, all the relays are hiding under that thing, so I took it off, so I need to put that back on. Oh, and then I also had the glove box compartment out when I was trying to diagnose the problem, so I put that back in too. But yeah, so I'm just going to bolt that back in, screw that back in, and then I'm doing another super cheap run because Dad needs some welding gloves because he keeps burning through them. And I want some plastic weld to fix. There's like the door handle part on the door card that actually bolts to the door. So this part here, and because it's snapped off, a lot of people go to like close the door and pull on this and then the door card pops off. But if I weld that together, it actually pulls on the metal part of the door, not the clips that are holding the door card on. So I want to do that as well. So it's coming together. I'm happy because a lot of these jobs I'm just smashing out and they're becoming easy, which is good because I want to get us sorted. Alrighty, so back from Super Cheap again. I've just come back, and as Dad requested, I got him some more welding gloves because he couldn't find any right-handed ones. Oh, right? Left-handed ones, only right-handed ones, because you hold the thing down with your left hand and use your right hand. So I bought him some new ones. He was happy about it. Then I got home anyway, and he bloody found the ones he was trying to look for. They were bloody in the camper trailer, the dumb bastard. Look at that. What were you using them for? Bloody campfire cooking gloves. Fucking dickhead. Makes me go to Super Cheap. Yeah, look at them. Look, they've been all campfired up. So he's got some fresh ones now anyway, but got got me plastic weld. Alrighty, so I think what I'm gonna do with this plastic weld, I'll sort of give you an up close. I'm not sure if I showed you properly before. But essentially that bit around that bolt there, see how it's disconnected from the plastic? That's what bolts it to the door and pulls from the door, not the clips. So all I'm gonna do with this plastic weld, I'm just gonna, you have to like mix it up, it's 2-part epoxy thing. So I'm gonna mix it up, spread this, load that gap, shut it, and then just pile a heap on top there. And then it's basically plastic in a bottle. So like it adheres to plastic and then becomes solid as. So it's just gonna make that one piece. And then hopefully then when you pull on it, because some people have pulled the door card off, which is a bit annoying. Won't name names, but you know who you are. So hopefully this will fix that. That's what I'm gonna do now. Alrighty, that went really well. I'm pretty happy with that. Sort of just went straight mix, straight bulk plop. That should sort it out real well. I think you have to leave it for a fair bit. Don't know, as you would have seen, I mixed it on the instruction sheet, so I used it before. I know you have to mix it. I don't know how long the cure time is, but it's not going anywhere anytime soon, so I just won't put any stress on it. Let it properly cure. That's that bit of glue done. I think what I'm going to do now, I might get started on this rear bar. So the first job is to cut all this off. I think you just been told you're sort of to follow that body line. However, last outing I had, nice big ding there, and you can see this is sort of like creased up under the light here. So I'm going to have to, I might cut this down low so I can get a grip on this, and I'm going to have to pull that down to make that normal again, and then cut it true sort of thing where it sits. Otherwise it's just going to be wonky. But yeah, so you got to cut that off, do the same on this side. Alrighty, so on this side I've made some good progress. Got the fucking bulk of it out, which is good. But now I've got to try and pull that corner down. But I don't really know how I'm going to do it. But then once I've done that, I'll just follow this line around, and then that's it. And I'll just repeat on that side. But that side will be heaps easier because that side's normal, whereas this side was like folded all on itself. So I've got to figure out how to do that. I might go ask for some words of wisdom. Alrighty, so I've sort of got the big ass multi grips out as father suggested. And I've just tried to, like, as you can see the marks here, I've just tried to like grip it and then pull it down, and I think it has come out a fair bit, but not enough. But what I'm just going to do now, I've had a look at the other side where I need to cut. I need to cut along this line here, like this crease. So I might just do that, and then after I've done that, I might be able to pull that corner. And I think the issue is, if you look on that side, it's like completely flat, but here, it's all kinked everywhere, like around that whole corner. So I think I'm just gonna... Oh, actually I'll have to double check, maybe it's that one. Where do we cut? Oh yeah, so it follows around here. Oh. Been told to like follow this like, body line, but it doesn't actually really match up anywhere here. I'm just gonna have to draw on it or something. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and guesstimate this body line as good as possible. I might just cut along that line for now, and then I can better off leaving more than less with metal. So I'm gonna do that, and I can always cut some more off. But that's what I'm gonna do now. See how that goes. Alrighty, so it's not terrible, we're getting close. I've got like the bulk of it out now. This top's good. I've just got to like match the back basically and make it flat so that we can weld a bit of that zinc aluminum sheet hiding over there. Like, and you like seal it off, you make like a cap. But yeah, so I've just got to level off that back part. That's just gal spray that I quickly sprayed on there just so it doesn't rust while I'm sorting my shit out. But yeah, so there's that. I haven't touched the other side yet because this side was a bit trickier than I thought it would be. It's quite hard to actually get a grinder in there. That back part, I might have to get a Recipro or something in there just to finish off that last corner. But then yeah, and I got that corner. It's pretty close. It's not bang on, but she's a junker, so it'll be right. I think that'll be it for tonight. And I think that might be the conclusion of our first episode of Mine Patrol build series. See how we go.